currently I'm in the second fastest growing city in all of the Philippines with a GDP growth of 10.5%. That's astronomically huge. And you're gonna ask, okay, what's number one? Well, number one is Clark, Angeles City area. It is growing by leaps and bounds, but this city is growing, and it's not just in one specific area. It's growing and modernizing all across the city. We just arrived in Iloilo City, and I gotta tell you, this is the quietest I've ever seen this city. Usually there is so much traffic in Iloilo, but this is Easter weekend, and I think because all the schools, there's so many universities here, very big universities, all those guys are all gone back home to their families, and then a lot of people here go to Boracay, go to Guimaras Island, or they go home to their families in the provinces, that kind of thing, and because all the jobs are here. I think that's what happened, because we couldn't believe it. There was no traffic. It was so smooth to come into the city. Anyway, this is going to be a very, very action-packed weekend. We're looking forward to it. There's a lot to do here in Iloilo for us, so I'm looking forward to sharing it all with you. We're going to be staying at Smallville 21 because the big event that we're going to tomorrow night, is going to be held right here. I've honestly have never stayed at this hotel before, and this will be my first time, so I'm looking forward to it. And look who I brought along with me. My sidekick. My Robin, because I'm Batman. You can't be Robin, or you have to be Robin. So every other time we've come here, we've stayed at all different places, from Zuri, which is a premium one, Richmond Hotel, another premium one, and some of the other smaller places that are around that are still a little on the upscale. But this one is a very affordable, 2,000 pesos, or 2,050 actually, and the most expensive room in here is 3,250 pesos. Now you might be saying, Michael, come on, I've stayed places that are 700 pesos. Yes, I know, but I'm talking about for a large scale type hotel in a city as expensive as Iloilo, because Iloilo is considered like an upper scale. It's fastest growing in all of the Philippines. I got to tell you, it's crazy nice here. You're going to see the infrastructure is fantastic, everything, and so the prices go up with that, obviously. Okay, here we go, guys. So, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Doing yours today.
All right, thank you very much. So here you go, straight into the bathroom. Why not? Look at that. Nice, big, good size. I like it. It's nice and clean. And big mirror here, look at that. You can check yourself out all day long. It's the first time I've seen you do that. Yeah, got a fridge in here too. Good closet to hang all our, we have our fancy clothes this time. Look at this long dress you got. Oh. Anyway, good size bed. It's a queen size bed. Nice seating area and everything. So this is really good for 2,000 pesos, or 2,050 to be accurate, a night. This isn't bad at all, and the only thing is you don't get a view. You just get a view of the other building that they have. It's a big place. But across the street is tons of restaurants and bars and everything for the Smallville district. It's a somewhat popular place for the drinking and everything at night. But as Iloilo expanded, it used to be the place, and it became just one of the many places. So it's not as busy as it used to be. Filipina girlfriend, okay? They are just different, 100% different. We are on our way to go to dinner, and we have like 9 minutes to get ready, 8 minutes, and she's still laying in bed. I'm like, wait here, we have 9 minutes, we have to leave. There's no way you're gonna be ready in time. A minute and a half. She puts a comb through her hair, and she's like, ready. And look at that. How is this possible? A little dark in this room right now, but how do you do that?
What?
You're so pretty and you didn't do anything.
I just combed my hair.
Exactly. She doesn't get it, but I know many of you You are understanding me right now. You're telling me she didn't need an hour to get ready? And no, she doesn't put her face on. She does nothing. She never puts anything on her face. That's it. She's ready. All right, this is South Point, so the back end of the SM Mall. I don't want to get too close because the wind is actually blowing really hard right now, and it pushes the rain right into here, the flash. So I was told it's open. That doesn't look open. Maybe upstairs? Huh. Is it not open? I see the sign. Somebody just told us it was open, right? It doesn't look open to me. So we were incorrectly told that it was open. Mark's like, I'm pretty sure it's not open. Yep, it's not open. Yeah. So I don't know when it's opening, but right upstairs is, well, everybody's ever been, Vikings, very popular across the Philippines. And they actually, because it's not very busy, they've got a lot of good meats there. So
it's empty in here.
Yeah, this is nice.
Everybody leaves and goes to the province.
Yeah, everybody's in Iloilo City.
Yeah.
And we came all the way out here. I'm loving it because there's no traffic. Oh.
When I told my wife I'm going to leave right now, she says, you're going to be late. There's traffic. And I go, no, there's not.
Yeah,
no traffic today.
No, no, so fast. All right, we're going to get some food. So the draft beer that we sell, they offer unlimited here at Vikings with your meal. And along lots of great food. On this side, we've got tons. We're going to get some crepes. Oh, bonjour, comment ça va? Ça va bien? C'est magnifique. You speak French? Parlez français? No, no parlez français.
I told them to make it free.
Wow.
We have
We have guests.
Yeah,
We have guests. Yeah. We just met another couple who just moved to Iloilo, I think 3 weeks, he said? Yeah, about 3 weeks now. But he's been living in Cebu and Cavite, and he's had 2 different places. And he finally just said, that's it. I'm sick of all the traffic and everything. I'm moving to Iloilo. So he just came here now. And he just joined the gym. That's how they actually right away met Mark. And he's like, I know this guy. This guy's on the vlog. Arr, matey. Come on, you gonna raid?
Are you happy now?
Well, we found out where everybody is for Easter. They are at the mall. They have like these back parking spots right now that are not normally parking spots. Full. The mall is so full. There are absolutely no parking. There's so much construction over here too because SM is trying to build a whole city within a city of themselves. Condos everywhere, brand new mall areas, like shopping areas and everything. Just so much construction going on in this area. But we have to stop in here because our event's going to start soon and we got to go and get an iron for my dress shirt because there's still all the creases in it and get going. Hopefully we have enough time. We're staying literally where the event is, so it should be quick and easy. Well, since leaving Canada, I have not seen this look on me in a very, very long time. And I can't say I've ever seen you in this look either. Look at that. Don't mind our mess down there. Let's look over here. There we go. So there you go. We look like we were actually going to a fancy event. I never thought it would be an 18th birthday party would be equal to a fancy event, but my first real fancy event. I guess I've been to others. What am I saying? I have. I've been to gala dinners and stuff like that. But yeah, not a black tie affair like this though. All right, are we ready? Yes. All right, you look fantastic.
Thanks.
Oh, look at that. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at this. There you go. 18th birthday party. You got sushi, you got popcorn. You've got a different bunch of perfumes that you can do here. And a photo studio.
Oh, hi, Mike.
Well, hello, Abby.
Hi, Tita. Hello. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Good.
Hi, Mike.
Michael. gosh, I don't even recognize her.
Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you so much. I
So glad you
appreciate it.
invited us. My first ever, by the way. Oh yes. Wow, look at this. Hello, hello. Hello. Whoa! My dear, this looks so amazing, and this is my first ever. This is Helen, by the way. You met Helen, but I'm telling the audience, this is Helen. Wow, look at this. This has like prom feel, you know?
Yes.
We're table 7.
High school prom.
Yeah.
Yes.
And look at this. You can be the queen. Ah, the guest, the princess gets this little sofa over here. Yeah. Oh, brother.
How you doing, bro?
Good, buddy.
One more time, let's hear the biggest round of applause for our David and Yana. We'll be giving you 30 minutes for this moment, sir.
Seeing you in that dress.
Yeah. So even on an Easter Sunday night, they got live music going on. A lot of the bars, the coffee shop, everything have quite a few people. I'm actually really surprised, but it's busy. So we had a great time, but we had an issue. My dress shoes, they have been sitting kind of like outside or something, and I got a case, but they got too much weathering, and they just fell apart as I was walking today. So we left here, everything was fine. And as I went to the event, it just started to fall all apart. And wow, was that embarrassing. And in the end, I went and got my Timberland boots. So I'm wearing a suit, and yeah. I took off the tie when I changed to the boots. But this is crazy. They're literally disintegrating as I was walking around. She went and got me crazy glue at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And you tried everything.
Yes.
But nothing was holding it together. So much fun, and we were like, oh my god, I don't want to be a pain. You don't want to make it about you when it's somebody else's big day, right? So anyway, thank goodness, yeah, nobody minded. Nobody cared that I had switched to these, and honestly, I should have just done that in the beginning because I was walking around in bare socks for a while. Anyway, it was a good time though. Never been to one. It's actually absolutely cool. Wholly expensive, especially what if your daughter goes off and then gets married like a year later? Yeah, you'd be like, no, I'm still paying for your 18th. So anyway, yeah, it's pretty extravagant what they do, and really neat though, and it kind of like sets the tone, I guess, going forward, showing that they still support the family unit and everything else. I get it. It's really interesting. I thought it was fun. We're down in Bolo right now, and we got Frank and Fel of the Philippines. Okay, they've been on the channel several times, and they have their own YouTube channel, and they produce like beasts. I'm telling you, nobody makes more content about the Philippines than these two, and of course the lovely Catherine. And we're going to be down here because I bought my motorbike from these guys, and the name is still in their name, so we're going to get that partly done today. We're just going to do the signing of it, and the rest I'm going to do in Kalibo later this week with a friend of mine who's like, oh, let me help you through this though. Anyway, we're down here. This place is unbelievably beautiful. Like, did you know, guys, that Iloilo is the second fastest growing in the city in all of the Philippines? With a 10.5 GDP growth.
Doesn't surprise me.
That's huge.
Actually, yeah.
Right?
That's
Like,
good.
people hope
Good
for
them.
2 to 3% GDP growth, but it makes a lot of sense because everywhere you look, there's construction.
Yes.
Yes.
Everywhere. Big buildings, too.
Nice.
Now, have you been to the Sunset Boulevard yet?
Yes, once.
Okay.
We went there on the motorcycle. Yes.
Motorcycle, yeah.
Do you think that will alleviate some traffic concerns? I haven't seen it, so I have no
I haven't
idea.
seen. I don't know about the traffic concerns. I don't drive around enough for that.
Yeah,
to,
true.
yeah.
I did because I heard some comments.
Chatter.
that this create traffic because some of the people came there. They took up a lot of space for the parking.
Oh, okay. So everybody's just using it as a parking
The
spot.
parking spot.
So it isn't. That's my biggest concern about Iloilo. Love the city, love it. But I just see condo after condo and subdivision after subdivision going up, and I'm trying to figure out, well, where are they all going to drive when they live here?
It'll be a crowded town. I
Yeah,
agree
and
with
then
you.
this is their opportunity to deal with the traffic and not become a Cebu, not become a Manila, because the growth is happening now, and you have the time to do the infrastructure. So, other than the overpasses, which they're usually one lane, so they're not really helping very much. That's the only thing I wonder about, because the growth here is fantastic and it's quite nice. I'm not the big fan of like the SM condos.
Yeah.
The tiny window, you feel like in a prison cell. It's like a tiny
Bell's not
window.
big on it. They're very small.
And
to her,
23
too, yeah.
square meters. I'm like, what's the difference between
What
a
do they
prison
call that in
cell?
America? It's a tiny house living, right? I guess it's almost like a tiny house living environment there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could handle it either.
Yeah, no, not for those prices either. So at least have big windows, so you just kind of feel like
Actually looking good. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like your
Woo!
outfit. You look good today.
Sexy.
Yeah.
I'm the model.
Yeah, you are becoming a bit of a model. I'm
Whoa.
impressed.
Anyway, we're gonna go do this now, but I just wanted to get their input on it because they've been living here for 2 to 3 years. How many years now you've been here in Iloilo?
2 years.
Oh, just 2 years. Okay, 2 years now. And you guys have a nice house. We've done a video before. 50,000 pesos a month.
55 now.
55 now.
We've been
Ooh.
bumped up.
They've been bumped up.
Raising up because
But they're in
of the price.
Westwoods,
Year
which
two,
is a
year
nice
two,
neighborhood.
right, yeah.
Yeah,
But
really
to be
nice
honest-
neighborhood. And they give you a second parking area across
Yes,
the
we have
street.
kind of a whole nother free lot.
Yeah, you can park a lot of cars, and they
It's
have a lot of cars.
justifiable. Let's put it that way. I agree.
Yeah. So it is a really nice neighborhood. Westwood is one of the top neighborhoods in this city. Okay, we're gonna go find this coffee shop and meet with them, but we'll continue on after. I'm not gonna take you through this process. So if you want to come and try out Iloilo for like a month or maybe even 2 months or something like that, a cheaper place to stay is to find a place for rent in one Spatial, okay? This is one Spatial right here. Now there is 2 or 3 buildings down there. I don't know if they have 2 Spatial, 3 Spatial, I don't know. But a lot of people have stayed in these ones. They're more like apartment buildings sort of thing. It's one of the more low-cost condo places that are often rented out. And a lot of people I know that have come out here are getting like bachelor type ones for 14,000, 15,000, that kind of thing, up to 17,000. Where the better ones that you're gonna find like in Festive Walk or an Avita Towers, which you can see, Avita is right there in the distance. Those are Avita Towers. And I've done videos in there before. Those are gonna run you in the 30,000 and up. So most bachelors in there are 30,000, or studios, I guess they call them here. And then one bedrooms would be 35, and then 40 and 45, is the 2-bedroom type things. With the nice swimming pools and all that. I believe one Spatial has a pool. I'll look it up and I'll say yes or no on there, in there. So, but it does have the security and everything, and it is located right by one part of the Esplanade, so you can walk down the Esplanade. It's kind of a busy road and everything. You got a 7-Eleven here, and you got Bolo right over that bridge. And Esplanade is literally that red roof there, and it runs, these restaurants right here are all along the Esplanade. So you do have a little bit there, but if you want to go to the malls and all that, it's not as convenient as like Festive Walk, for example, or the SM, and then even Avita. They don't have much shopping there, but they're very close to like SNR and stuff like that. So it's like give and take of a lot of things, but it is the best value for the whole city when it comes to a place to stay just for a month or 2. You can get it at a very good cost. One of the most famous international schools in the Philippines has a high school. Well, actually, it's all ages. What am I saying? Here, and so their universities, everything are considered the highest and the most top-notch in all of the country. This is Ateneo de Iloilo, and many of my friends have their children here from all over the world, UK children, that kind of thing, staying at this school. All air-conditioned, everything, and considered one of the best schools in the whole country, and on par and accepted all over the world. So it's a really big school, and you can see it's right across the street from the Avita Towers. And Avita is going to be doing a lot of things. Like most of these big companies, they really do like a whole system where you have your own shopping, your own restaurants, your own cafes, and everything else, including down below along them. But these are brand new, like BPO type buildings. There's one in behind the other. It just got finished, and they only started a few months ago. So this is like the boardwalk. So over here they have a lot of, like Jardin is a very, very high-end, upscale, delicious food restaurant over there. It's French. On the far end, there's several other restaurants in between, Italian, stuff like that. But the most famous Italian one here is Giuseppe's. It's on the end. And so Riverside Boardwalk, where you're gonna find that. Spring Palace is pretty decent Chinese food on this side. This big building that's under construction, we're not sure what it is going to be, but some kind of, I don't know, either a hospital or office towers, I don't know. Maybe something to do with Medicus, because there's Medicus over here. It's one of the older private hospitals, so maybe they're building a new one. I'm not sure what that's going to happen there, but I also see there's construction over here in front of it, or beside it, I should say. So I'm not sure. And here is the beginning, back in 2012, when they built the Iloilo Esplanade. And at the time, it was 1.2 kilometers. Now that has moved up to 30, 40 kilometers. I can't even keep track. It's extremely long. It goes all over the city from top to bottom. Definitely follows all the rivers. We got here, this is every year they have a big festival that is, well, attended by millions of people every year, and it's called Dinigyan, and it shows the tribal, the local history, that kind of thing, and millions of people descend on the city for it. That is very loud. Anyway, check this guy out though. Could they pick a louder vehicle for the city? So right now, you'll see there's not many people. There's nobody, just us right now. But normally, by 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, like sunset, this is absolutely packed. First thing in the morning, people love to jog and run on here and go for long walks and walk their dogs and everything else. It's actually very, very popular. So right now is the best time to go for a walk if you don't want to be around a lot of people, but the sun is a little bit glaring too. And the construction of all of this coincided with the city's major cleanup of all the riverways. And so there's no garbage in the rivers here. And further up, they have skimmers that skim the top of the river. Keeps it all very nice and clean in here. And cleanliness has kind of been their big thing that's launched them into the big modern era that it is in now. Obviously, more people are willing to invest when a city is taking care of all the cleanliness of it all and the safety and security. It all kind of comes together in as a package, and now it's one of the most highly urbanized cities and the fastest growing cities in all of the Philippines. Another popular place that's really difficult to get into is these condos you see right here, the gray ones. And they're ideally located. You're kind of like between the downtown core and the uptown area here. Nice walking everywhere, right on the Esplanade. You can walk right off of that, right down, and just go for walks. So everybody wants to live there, but it's so hard to get condos for rent in those places because it's across from San Agustin University, one of the most popular high-end universities here in Iloilo, and many consider the whole country for nursing and things like that. So yeah, there's a big demand for it, and a lot of families want to put their family up in there, their kids up there so they can go to university. And it makes it a really big challenge to get in there. So everybody comes here and they're like, oh, can I get a place there? And it's only, what, 4 or 5 stories, so it's not very big. But unfortunately, it's extremely hard. If you're lucky enough, maybe you'll find one at the right time, the right moment. But it is really, really tough to get there. Downtown, I know they have big projects right now where you can see the signs and the construction sites. They are building towers and revitalizing the downtown. But keep in mind, you want to live downtown, probably get some cheaper rents down there and stuff like that, older buildings. But by 6 o'clock, most stores are shuttered downtown because everybody exits the city and comes up to these areas, the communities where their big subdivisions are, and leave that part. And so many of the businesses just close at 6. You still have Robinson Place, you have Delgado Mall, things like that. But the other stores that you see along the streets, it's just going to become barren. On the north side here, you can see there's a nice subdivision over here. There's plenty of nice big subdivisions where you have really big houses here. You are going to be looking in that 20, let's say 15 to 30 million peso range for nice houses and subdivisions to buy. And my friends at lease are leasing anywhere from 50 to, I know people up to 150,000 pesos per month for these really big, dare I call them mansions, in the nice subdivisions here. So here we are, we're at Stephen and Rose's house, and this thing is absolutely gorgeous. They designed it themselves, had it all built exactly to their specifications, and it's an absolutely stunning house. It is a big not one bedroom. One bedroom is the second floor, but other bedrooms down here, and then a guest house over here. They made it exactly what they wanted. A paradise, absolute paradise. And this is in the Arevalo district, which is pretty beautiful and very well sought after because it doesn't flood. It's never flooded. And so all of the big mansions and everything were always located here. And so you have a lot of ancestral mansions in this area. It's also the beach area. No houses on the beach, which is why I moved to Iloilo City, but you can get kind of close to it. There are some subdivisions across the street. So anyway, a lot of my friends live in Arevalo. It's a well sought after area. Kind of the downtown thing, you'll be like, what are you talking about? But it's the houses that are in here, big properties in these subdivisions, and really, really, really big houses here. So yeah, it's one of those things where if you just want to be on the kind of a little bit on the outside of the city, very close to Oton, you want to be out in this area. So anyway, Stephen and Rose are home. I'm gonna go say hello.
Hi.
Whoa, hello! It's been a long time, guys.
Yes.
Forever. It's literally been forever. Your buddy's over here. Even though it's concrete, she's afraid of it.
Yeah, I thought it was real.
All right, we're right across from the beach. The beach is right on the other side of that wall there. There's 8 Villa over there, which is a place I've been many times and filmed it. And this is Trtoria. Now, one of the famous Italian restaurants here, he was the head chef. And eventually he quit and said, okay, I'm starting my own business. And so he did. And it's become a very, very big hotspot here in Iloilo. If you like Italian food, and it's 3 stories high, and I believe the kitchen's on the top floor. And I'm not sure what floor we're going to be eating on, but I know up on the second floor you can actually see the beach from up there. We're having a sunset going on right now, a little bit left. But you love this place, right?
I do. Best far zone. So, yeah. Do you want this floor or you want second floor? Top floor's no aircon.
No aircon, okay. So, but if there's a breeze, it's a nice place.
That's where the kitchen's up there as well.
Ah, okay. And then there's like this SGM condo towel here. Is that new too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if you want to stay down here by the beach, there is a potential, I guess. I don't know what the rooms look like, but it is possible. So anyway, this is a place that everybody keeps recommending to me. I've never eaten here, so we're gonna try it out. So here's the second floor. Right now there's no air conditioning on, but they might put it on for us. With a balcony out here. So maybe not the second floor. Third floor you can see the beach. Maybe you just see the wires and the walls and the trees. Alright, so yeah, it's an open concept kitchen, so you can actually watch them cooking, which is pretty awesome. Evening, brother, how are you? And we've got this net up here right now, probably because the sun was there earlier. So you can see a bit of the water here. Yeah. Well, yeah, that will really help with the heat and everything, having it up here, because they get a bigger breeze. All right, we're gonna go back down to the first floor though, where it's populated and air conditioned. All right, what's the favorite thing here? What's the go-to?
Pizza.
Pizza. All right. Anyway, every food of the world is available in Iloilo, is my point. There's restaurants for every type of food. So, yeah, good on it. It's really well done. Proper pizza right there. Look at that. Look at the crust. None of that raw crust, even when I ask for well done, and I get raw crust every time.
Frozen.
Yeah. That looks good.
Like a biscuit.
Proper thin crust, everything. Oh, this is so good. Very light. You don't feel like you're going to be like 100 pounds by eating it. Yeah. Look at that lasagna. That looks amazing. Proper baked in a food dish. This is so good. This is really, really good. Highly recommend.
Ulat sa burrata cheese, sir. Beside is black truffle. Spread.
So this is the Costco of the Philippines. It's SNR. And lately they've got competition in some areas like Manila and Bacolod called Landers, but it hasn't come yet to Iloilo. They have announced that it is going to be constructed here in Mega World, so in that whole Festa Walk area. They're gonna have a Landers there, which is gonna bring a lot of competition, because I gotta tell you, the Landers are usually nicer and the prices are better. So SNR needs the competition to force their prices down. Because I'm gonna be honest, if you're gonna buy things that are not imported, that you can buy at SM, they're gonna be cheaper at SM. And that's not good, right? Like if you're buying bulk, but you're paying the same price, makes no sense. So they need the competition to bring that price down. It isn't like in Costco, you could save a lot of money shopping there. No, not here. You're just gonna be able to get a lot more of the things you get in the West and you get it at SNR. So I just spent 38,000 plus, and I had an additional, once I got to the door, they're like, oops, we never charged you for this, 2,600. So I spent over 40,000 pesos on this little shopping trip. And to give you an idea, like I think 8 or 10,000 of it was personal, and the rest of it's just for the bar, in addition to our normal shopping that we have to do for the bar, because there's some things we just can't get in Rojas City. Also down here, this is brand new, and this is all the rage now. This is the Tesla of China. BYD, Build Your Own Dreams, and their vehicles are crazy cool. I've seen other people's, and they're just taking over all over the Philippines, putting in charging stations, you name it. And yeah, so you're gonna see a lot of them when you start coming down here. They're just popping up like crazy. But you can get like a high-end four-door pickup truck. Their highest model is 2.1 million pesos, so about $36,000 US is their highest end model. And it will blow you away. You'll be totally blown away. But they have cars as low as like, I think 1.4 million or something. It's not a commercial for them. It's incredible how cheap they are considering the vehicle you get. And that's why people are buying them like seriously so quickly here with small down payments. I think as low as 8,000 or 16,000 pesos. Now I'm a foreigner. I'm not going to qualify for any financing anyway, but it is something that's growing by leaps and bounds here. And they just opened this one right across from SNR. Well, I am back in Rojas City, back at my house there. Oh gosh, I love the beach. Absolutely love the beach. And it's good to be home, sweet home. So for those of you who are thinking about moving to Iloilo, that kind of thing, and you want to know the good places to rent, like I said before, you're going to be around the Festa Walk if you want condos. Trtoria is another one. And then the ones that I said, they're a little further out of the way, but you're gonna save a lot of money. When it comes to renting houses, you're gonna typically find them in, if you wanna be in the city and like really nice high end, you're gonna be in the Puerto Real, you might even be in Westwoods, which is just slightly a little under that price for the really high end ones. Other rentals you're gonna find in many others, but what you gotta do is just go onto Facebook or whatever, put in that subdivision and type in flood. And see if there's a history of people posting pictures showing a lot of flooding in that subdivision, because Iloilo dealt with their flooding situation. and they put in lots and lots and lots of these channels to move the rain away, water away, so they don't have to deal with that anymore. But the subdivisions, well, they're private, so they weren't fixed in any way, and they deal with a lot of flooding. Some of them, not all of them, just there are certain ones. So you want to look that up first. When it comes to the really low cost but nice modern houses, you're going to find them all either in Savannah, which is north of the city. It's not really Iloilo, it's Pavia, but it's literally on the edge. And that is a very large amount of subdivisions up there. Then I'm trying to remember the name of one. It's across the street almost from it, also up in Pavia, and it's escaping me right now, but that's another one, very low cost. I would suggest you do a little drive around, because in some parts they're really nice, and other parts there's like rooster cages all the way down the side of the road. And again, if you don't have a vehicle, you're probably not going to be very happy with there, unless you're a real homebody that you don't care. You do have grab taxi everywhere, of course, and it's not hard to get around. It's just, it's not as easy if you're in the city and just go for a walk. Then when we go over to Haro, you have tons. You're going to be like, oh, these are amazing prices. They are going to be about an hour during rush hour to get to anything, like all the big restaurants and all the cool areas. Anything down in the Festive Walk, SM, all that area, it's like an hour. It is in the far end of the city. But yes, the value for money is there. It's tremendously very value oriented. Like, it's incredible. You look at them and you're like, oh my God. And you consider it till you do the traffic a few times. It's not the distance. You're just going to be sitting still and moving 1 kilometer, then stop, 1 kilometer, then stop, to leave that Haro area to come into the city. Oh boy, I've tried it so many times, and I considered many times living out that way, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It's just too much traffic. So something you might want to keep in mind, again, if you're a homebody, you probably won't care, or if you don't need to go to SM and all that, you're happy with the city mall that's down there, that kind of thing, then you're probably not going to mind. But yeah, always check everything out first. People get in a hurry to rent a place. Don't. Find a place that you can rent for like a couple weeks or a month or something, and really check out the area. Drive around, go at night too, at 5 or 6 o'clock. Then you'll know like what the neighborhood's really like. Is there a lot of karaoke, and maybe you don't like karaoke noises or other things, but you really want to get a real good feel for the place before you make any big decisions. Keep in mind also, everywhere you go, they're going to want 3 months rent. They're going to want your security deposit. They're going to want your first month, and then of course they're going to want a last month. Sometimes they're going to want to call it all deposit. Like you'll get your first month and then the rest all deposit, and not even give you a last month. Obviously it's negotiable, but very few people will step away from the 3 months up front. Very, very rare. Like, I was able to negotiate a smaller last month, but that's it. I wasn't able to not pay at all. So Grab and taxi are easily found there, but believe it or not, taxis are actually cheaper. Grab is much higher. So if you're going to go from one destination to another, chances are the taxi just on the meter is not going to be as expensive. Most people don't use taxis when you go to Manila because they refuse to use the meter. But in Iloilo, the mayor has been super strong on it since the day I moved there, that they will have criminal charges against a taxi driver if he refuses to use the meter. The only time they get away with it is if you're leaving the city. So if you're going to the airport, that's not in the city, they can give you flat prices. But otherwise, they must put the meter on the moment you sit in it, and they do seem to follow it. So that's about it. There's only so much you can put into a single video, especially when I went down there for another purpose anyway. But I thought I would help people that are always writing me about Iloilo, and I give you some kind of idea before you arrive there of what the different types of areas are, what to expect and where to find them. And yeah, that way it'll help you explore a little bit better. So thanks for joining, guys, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again.